4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bull, or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing, because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Listen to what Fisher said, the former Fed governor.
We front-loaded at the Federal Reserve an enormous rally in order to accomplish a wealth effect.
That's right. Did you hear that? They took the stock market, front-loaded it, ran at 200%, so we ended up not only with a fake stock market, but fake GDP, fake money, fake jobs, fake prices, fake everything. But we took advantage of that, and we're going to take advantage again. That's why I told my gang in May to short the market. On 5/29, that's May 29th, I'm telling you to short the stock market. And we were right. And the market went down over 11%. That's why you got to join my gang and learn how to short stocks just as much as buying them. Learn how to short with me, Phil Grandy, at philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to, but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters, because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. philsgang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Are you ready to get serious about your financial future? You know, reduce your debt, pay off those student loans, and prepare for retirement. Taking control of your finances can be intimidating, but with philsgang.com, you will be educated and guided to make smart investment decisions in the stock market. If the market is up or down, philsgang.com is the only source where you'll learn how to trade stocks and how to invest in the stock market using professional-level skills and strategies. For more information, go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything will be taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, people make it too complicated. Wall Street tells you the market cap and the trailing PE and the forward PE and price to sales to confuse you. All you need to know is, does the stock have volume? What's that mean? Energy. What does that mean? If you have people buying a stock, enough of the stock's being bought, it influences the prices to go up. Join my gang, philsgang.com. We're using charting, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We helped responsible homeowners modify their mortgages so that more of them could keep their homes.
Really? I don't think so. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. You know, they're going to be talking about how wonderful how they cleaned up the mess that was created mostly by Goldman Sachs, who started the mess and then went through the 9 largest banks. But it amazes me that nobody's talking about, except for Trump, that they really need to fix the regulations. They got to bring in the Glass-Steagall Act. And this should be really a big part of the platform, Democrat or Republican. Now, the Republicans are trying, but they're getting a lot of heat from Goldman Sachs. And remember, Goldman Sachs, if Hillary Clinton gets elected, there will be no protection. We're going to go right back to what happened when Obama was paid $7 million. Remember, Obama was bought for $7 million by Goldman Sachs. They put up the money for a lot of his marketing, for his advertising when he ran for the office for the first time. And that's why the subprime mortgages kept going on, and nobody stopped it. Because by the time, that's why nobody went to prison, as I should be saying, okay? And he got paid to keep everybody out of prison. Remember, this all started with Bush. And I mean, it's just amazing that what money can do, what these banks can do, just paying these politicians off. I mean, it's just unbelievable. We're going to talk a little bit about that today, but let's get started with the market. I want to show you a little bit later a stock, Newmont, which is a gold stock. And by the way, gold is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger because gold is not overbought. Metals aren't overbought. When you go and buy dollars, it's overbought. You go to buy bonds looking for safety, overbought. Stock market is overbought. When you go to buy any of these and you say, I'm going to do it for long term, you got to be nuts. You're buying something that is retail and you're trying to sell it to somebody else at retail. How are you going to make any money? If you're in the bond market or you're in the stock market, now I'm talking stock market long term where people getting like 401ks or people getting, say, I'm going to buy a stock and hold it for 5 or 10 years. You're never going to make any money. This market is so overvalued. The dollar, we had a 20% increase in this dollar. And yet people are still jumping in the dollar. That's overvalued. The only value, what is discounted, where you can go and buy something that's on sale, is the metals. It's the metals. And I'm going to show you today, Newmont is one of the stocks we did pretty well with. And I'm going to show you on my chart, if you were a gang member, or if you weren't, you just had the MV2, the money that you could have made by identifying when the institution started to get out of Newmont, which they did, and then when they started to get back in. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit today, too. All right, let's get started. First of all, I want to talk about the market. We have now our durable goods orders, and they came out yesterday, and people don't realize what happened. The durable goods orders collapsed in June, collapsed. Now that's a big deal because durable goods measures the real health of the economy, United States economy, because durable goods, are the big items everybody buys. And I'm watching these stations today. I'm watching CNBC, and nobody's talking about it. They're still talking about how we have a strong economy and the consumer is still good and the labor market's good. How could that be when you have a durable goods number or that just totally collapsed? The biggest drop since 2014. And when you can't have both. You can't have a durable goods market collapsing and talking about how we got a great stock market. What are you, nuts? It doesn't work like that. Your durable goods tells you what kind of market you have. It's a fake market, and it does. It really does. So right now, the only thing to really be investing in, okay, where we are with this market, this all-time high market, all-time high, when we have quarter after quarter after quarter where we have 5 quarters of negative earnings growth. That means 5 quarters companies overall have not been making net profits. Yet the stocks are going up 7 and 10 times faster than these profits. Can you imagine? This is absolutely nuts. And consumers are now on the hook for $60 trillion in liabilities. That's insane. That's about, what do we say, about 516,000 for every U.S. household? That's insane. There's so much debt out there. People don't have jobs, so they're not buying durable goods. Companies can't make earnings. So think about it. If you don't have a good job, you're not going to go buy a durable good. You're not going to go buy appliances. You're not going to buy a big screen TV. So if you don't have a good job, you're not going to buy that stuff. That means the manufacturing is going to start dropping off, and it did. Our manufacturing is in a depression, for God's sakes. Industrial production, negative for 10 straight months right now. Industrial production. Because, again, people don't have good jobs. They're not consuming, so there's no durable goods. So you start laying people off at the plants. And when you have industrial production down for 10 straight months, that's absolutely nuts. Manufacturing jobs, we had the biggest drop this month. I'm sorry. I keep getting confused. It's June. We had the biggest job, manufacturing jobs, the biggest drop in June. That's the biggest drop since 2010. But yet, you keep hearing on NBC, CNBC, you keep hearing at the convention how wonderful the economy is doing. It's not doing wonderful. Earnings growth, the engine behind the stock price that's supposed to go up. In other words, earnings growth is the engine that makes a stock price go up. And when you don't have the earnings growth, profit growth, because people don't have good jobs, they're not out consuming, so therefore our manufacturing plants are laying people off. They're not hiring people, they're not buying new equipment. And when you don't have that earnings growth to push the stock up and to come in and move it up on a scam, to buy your own stock, to move up the stock price by buying your own stock, that's like owning a retail store and you buy all your own ice cream. Let's say you own an ice cream parlor. And you go home at night and your wife never said, "How did we do tonight?" "Oh, we did great. We had a $3,000 night." He didn't tell her he bought and ate $3,000 worth of ice cream that night. And this is what's going on. This is crazy. So we are in a situation now. The stock market is at the highest. All new highs. There's no value. It's a big bubble. And all you want to know, and this is a good opportunity though, remember, because all you want to know is when is the market going to collapse? That's all you need to know to make money. We'll talk about that when we get back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine for the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passion and desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When's the last time you've gotten a raise? Been a long time. When's the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure, why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, we come in the morning, we have what we call coffee talk, but we just don't sit around and throw the bull, or joke or laugh. Our coffee talk is serious. Every morning before you start out investing, we have an intense discussion on what is going on and where we should be investing, because it's all about not the money, but where you're putting that money. Join my gang, philsgang.com, and enjoy the best coffee in town.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You know, every day we hear from Wall Street. You turn on the TV, and they're telling us how the economy's great, everything's great. And these are the same people that run the 401ks who, with a 2% fee, take more than half of your money and put it in their pocket. You will never retire comfortably in a 401k. But try to convince 90 million people, it's almost impossible. People just don't listen. They get comfortable and stay with these 401ks. They don't work. You're not going to be able to retire. It's simple. Go to my site, philsgang.com. Join the gang, try it for a month, and we're going to show you how to use a chart. And that is going to put you in such a comfort zone of retirement.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's pretty amazing when you consider that 7 years ago, we didn't have the treatments we have now. We cure 80% of children with cancer. Go back 50 years, we were curing 20 to 30%. This is the miracle story of modern medicine. We understand what makes this cancer tick. And of course, without donors from around the world, this just couldn't happen. There's one thing we're focused on, and that's beating this thing.
St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Finding cures, saving children. Learn more at stjude.org.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to. but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. Phil'sGang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang Radio Show. For more information, simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Okay, let's go to a Stock Corner.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
Once we finish making you some money, we're going to address this lie.
We've seen deficits come down, 401ks recover, an auto industry set new records, unemployment reach 8-year lows, and our businesses create 15 million new jobs.
Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Let's go make some money first. Okay. You know, everybody is afraid of a market crash. And that's why most people don't get in the stock market, because they remember the market crashes and they feel vulnerable. They feel like they have no control. And they know when they call their broker planner, their money manager, he's going to say the same thing. Oh, you're just fine. Stay in. Don't worry about it. Enjoy life.
You're fine. You don't pay attention to the value of your house every day. Don't pay attention to your portfolio every day. Have a good, sound plan so you can go on and enjoy life.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they tell you. Can you imagine that? And people buy into that because people, they buy because they don't want to do anything. The reason why people go to these planners and money managers, because like this 401k, they really think someone's going to make money for them. If you have $2 million, somebody will make money for you. He's a hedge fund guy. He's a hedge fund guy. Those guys will make money for you. These are guys who you know, they get paid only when they make money for you. But they're not going to touch you unless you can give them $2 million. $2 million. That's it. That's simple. And they get paid big. But are you kidding me? You think a guy running your 401k, who every day they steal $150 billion in commissions by burning and churning your account every day. There's 90 million people that have 401ks. And as an aggregate, all the fund managers of these 600,000 different funds, they take your stock and trade it, and churn it every day. Those fees amount to about 160, that's right, 160 billion a day. Can you imagine that? And then they hide those fees in the net asset value of your 401k so you can never find them, and you'll never find them. They tried to get pros to try to find it. Accountants, big A firms sometimes couldn't find them. So, well, they're buried. So their job is to make money. They don't care about you. How about the 12B fees? 12B1 fees. Are you kidding? You're paying for everything. You're paying for everything. When you go to the building and they got this fancy office, and you paid for all that. You paid for the carpet. You're paying for the telephone lines. You're paying for everything. You pay for the parking tickets. You pay for, they don't pay for anything. What a business. They have no cost. These are all hidden fees. You pay everything. You can't make money in a 401k. It's almost impossible. I don't know how you do it. I mean, in a 401k, you go back and look in 40 years. Go look for 40 years. The average is 1.8% return. Now, that's before your taxes. That's before a lot of the expenses. It's crazy. So I designed this program where at least I'm not going to say you're going to be a millionaire, you're going to be able to retire with it, but it sure helps. It offsets what you're going to be losing in 401ks. Because it simply tells you when to buy and when to sell. So you can go to my site right now. It's archived if you can't. But if you have a mobile device or whatever, you can go and you can watch this. But I'm going to show you Newmont. Newmont Gold. Nice gold company. But I don't know anything about the company. I don't want to know anything about it. All I know that on January 25th, right around 25th, 28th, we had a buy signal. And you can see it. I'm going to show you right now. We had a wonderful buy signal. It turned from red. Right here's your red. Okay, and it turned right there from red to green, right there. Perfect. Now, she rallied from July 25th, 26th, and she went up, and she turned red right in this area here. See it right here? She turned red, and that, again, was around February, middle of February. Do you know that return was a 47% return? So you knew once it turned green. So let's say you waited for, I don't know, maybe you waited a week or two. Maybe you were on vacation, you came back and saw it was green, you got on. So you made half that. Say you got in real light, you made 5%. But the point is that once you saw it turn from red to green, all you needed to do is confirm it. We have a safety net right down here, and I'm circling it right now. When this red line crosses yellow, that identifies enough money, enough money from the big institutions, the big banks, and the 401ks and the mutual funds, pension fund came in and buying. And there's your little return right there. Can you imagine that? A simple over 40% return. That's what is wrong with that? But here's the key. You got out when it turned red. See, that's what you fear. Your 401ks, you'll never make money because you'll never get out, because they don't want you to get out, because they don't make money when you're out. They got to keep you in because they make money on the size of it. So check it out. Call right now, 877-600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. Join the gang for a month. It's only $39.95. And then observe us using the MV2 for a month. And you see what we're doing with our stocks on it, and then you'll be convinced. And then you can stay with the gang and then start leasing the MV2. It's only $24.95. That's all. But for the first 4 weeks, just observe us. Everything's archived. And we have some wonderful stocks we're using on the MV2 right now. Okay? All right, good. Here's the number, 877-600-GANG, and Steve will take your call. Alex will take your call, and they'll give you the information on it. Invest in yourself. And all I ask, if you do well, send a little money to St. Jude. We'll be back in a few minutes, and we'll talk about the big lie at the convention last
night. Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. When was the last time you've gotten a raise? It's been a long time. When was the last time you got overtime? That's been a long time. Sure. Why? What people don't realize is we got two components out there that is killing your standard of living. Free money provided to CEOs from the Federal Reserve, and then the way the CEO is being compensated. CEOs are not compensated on performance anymore. CEOs are compensated on stock options. That's how they make most of their money. So as long as the Federal Reserve will give them money free, they're going to focus on the CEO buying shares back to pop that price up to make that stock option. That's why you're not getting paid. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Phil Grandy is a career businessman who has also been an entrepreneur all his life. He has used his business skills to take companies on the abyss of bankruptcy and bringing them back to profitability. Phil has been honored by Inc. magazine with the 500 fastest growing privately held companies and has been recognized with a prestigious Entrepreneur of the Year award. From the real estate to gas and oil industries to the stock market, Phil Grandy has mastered his line of business from start to finish. And with a passionate desire to make you a profitable investor, only Phil teaches you and guides you to make informed, unemotional investment decisions. And you'll gain the knowledge of what Wall Street doesn't want you to know. If you want to learn from the best and strengthen your ability to invest, then turn to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com. Simply call Phil's Gang at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Or go to philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
They just told us right away that we're going to house you, we're going to feed you, and every single one of his medical bills is just all taken care of.
They've saved my family from financial ruin. It allowed me and my wife both to focus on the most important thing, which was the health and well-being of our son.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes. And that's what makes St. Jude so magical.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food, because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Doctors send us the toughest cases to be treated at St. Jude, and our patients come from all over the world.
When we come here, they told me, don't worry, everything's been taken care of.
We could never repay St. Jude for what they've given us.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti.
Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. We're a teaching format. Boy, do we give good service. You know, buying a stock doesn't have to be complicated. The reason why Wall Street makes it complicated is so to make you think you need to hire them. You can do better without them, believe me, because you're not going to have those big fees. Come to Phil's Gang, where we'll show you an easy way to buy a stock. philsgang.com, where we don't make it complicated but profitable.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
All alone she was living in a world without an end or beginning. Baby girl was living.
Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call. 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Remember, join the gang. We have a few stocks if you join the gang today that we're going to be putting on our MV2 that you can follow. One is Newmont. Newmont. It's a gold company, and that's doing very, very well. And so we're going to be watching Newmont. And so if you do join the gang today and you follow us with the MV2 and observe us, we'll be working with Newmont, just one of the stocks. We also have a couple other stocks we're following as well. And all you do, as I say, just join the gang and then just follow us, just observe what we do with the MV2. And I'll guarantee you by the end of the month, you're going to say, I got to have that. This thing really works. Okay, talking about working. It amazes me what's going on. First of all, the scariest thing is this, that we had Obama, the banking, the parasites like Goldman Sachs, Wall Street, JP Morgan, the banking industry, bought Obama for $7 million. And that's why they never were prosecuted. That's why we're in such a mess. And now they bought Hillary. The price tag is going to inflate. They tell you there's no inflation. We're always being told by Aunt B there's no inflation. Well, they bought Hillary for $28 million. There's inflation. Believe me, that's real inflation. And the same thing. She's going to, again, do whatever the banks tell her to do. And remember, it was same thing going on back under Clinton. He was owned by the banks, and he's the one that got rid of Glass-Steagall Act, and where we kept apart the commercial banks, we kept apart the insurance companies, the state bank, because when you put them all together, what they do is they take all that money, if it's all under one roof, and the banks start speculating with your money. And that's how the 1929 crash came. And then after the 1929 crash, they had congressmen or senators Glass and Steagall come in and say, no, here's how it crashed. We got to separate these guys. No, never again can we have an insurance company and a savings bank and a commercial bank ever be under one roof, one ownership, because it's too dangerous, because all that money they start speculating with, and as a result, we got the crash. That Glass-Steagall Act saved us for almost, 40, 50 years? Everything was going smooth until Bill Clinton got rid of it. When he got rid of that act, that's when the roof fell in. But let's talk about fixing it. I hope that Trump says, when I talked to him a few months ago, when he was here in Sarasota, he said one of the things he was going to do is try to put back in the Glass-Steagall Act. And we need that act. We got to separate these banks out like they used to be right after the Depression to save this country. You can't put these parasites together again. We got to separate them out. But let's talk about parasites. Here, listen to this guy right here. He's called a president of the United States. And, he just can't tell the truth.
We've seen deficits come down, 401ks recover, an auto industry set new records, unemployment reach 8-year lows, and our businesses create 15 million new jobs.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Take one at a time. Businesses created 15 million new jobs. We never had more businesses close their doors in history. Now than under this guy. We have more businesses closing than ever open because of this guy. Let's talk about his 15 million jobs. That's a fake number. First of all, he never counted his first year. Every president counts the year. When they get in January, January 20th that they start, they count that whole year. Every president except him. He decided not to count the first year because his first year in office, he lost 5 million jobs. He started counting after. So let's deduct 5 million from the 10. And it gets worse. Let's start identifying how many of these jobs are good jobs. Under Obama, he increased bartending kind of jobs, waitress, low-income service jobs by 52%. He increased high-paying manufacturing jobs, oil jobs, construction jobs by a pathetic 12%. 12%. 50% to 12%. Are you nuts? He doesn't say that, does he? No, he doesn't tell you that because he's not telling you about the quality of the job. Then he tells you how the unemployment rate is the lowest in 8 years. Really? Do we really forget that the unemployment rate's 18%? Why doesn't somebody stand up and say, wait a minute, what about the 500,000 people on average month who leave the workforce, who give up looking for work that you do not count in your 4.7% unemployment rate? that you say dropped from 10% down to 4 points in 8 years. We got over 14 million people that you don't count. They're called discouraged. You don't count them in your 4.7%. If you did, we'd be up to 18%. But nobody in the press challenges him. That's a bold-faced lie. Everybody knows. And everybody knows there's another 12 to 14 million people who are disabled. And most of the disabled, these people are not really disabled. He took all the requirements and he watered them all down so that anybody can get a disabled a check. You get about $1,200 to $1,300 a month for the rest of your life. You get the rest of your life, you never have to work again. And then what they do with that, they get their food stamps, they get their child credit, they get their credit for housing. Before you know it, they're up to $32,000 a year. And that's like making what, $48,000 because they don't have to pay taxes. But that is ridiculous, the unemployment rate. Now he talks about the deficit. Really? You took the deficit down all by yourself? I don't think so. First of all, Bush wasn't responsible for the deficit to begin with. The Great Recession was responsible for the deficit. That's right. When you have a recession, that's responsible for deficits where you have to spend more than you take in. It's that simple. But Obama cannot take credit for the deficits going down because when you get out of your recession, deficits go down because you're not spending quite as much, spending more than you take in. It starts dropping. Nobody should be taking credit for the reduction in deficits, or should they be pointed at and said, "Look, you're responsible for the deficit." No, nobody's responsible for the deficit, and nobody's gets credit for when the deficit goes down. It's very simple. It's that simple. It's the whole story. When a recession happens, deficits go up. When a recession stops, deficits go down. It's no more complicated than that. And how about his cars? Are you kidding? We have a huge subprime loan mess. Almost 30% of all the loans. We got over $1 trillion in auto loans. Just like we had the housing loan, all subprime. People that shouldn't have a loan. They're extending them 7 years, 8 years, even more. The credit on there's about 38% subprime loans, and the credit scores are so bad. So bad. Some of them don't even hit 300. And they're taking these loans like they did with the mortgages, like J.P. Morgan did and all those guys, and bundle them, and they securitize them, make them a security, and they sell them off. And that's what they've been doing. And doing the same thing, putting AAA ratings on stuff that's a triple F rating. I never see, the lying is incredible. It's just nuts. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, my name is Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. The 401k big lie. They tell you invest $10,000 a year for 30 years, compounded at 6% annually. You will have a grand total of $245,000 to retire. That is not true. That is not the truth. What they don't tell you is the hidden fees. There's 27 hidden fees in your 401k. When you're all done, you lose half of what you put aside for your retirement. That's right, half. And another thing, you're not allowed to do individual stocks in a mutual fund. And you're not allowed to make money when stocks go down. That's ridiculous. Would you buy a car with just forward and no reverse? Why would you ever be in a fund that you can't make money when the stock market goes down? Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, there's nothing worse than you're investing in a stock and during the day something happens and you don't know what to do. You don't know who to call. Or you call somebody and they just give you a bunch of BS. Not here at Phil's Gang. We value every gang member. During the day, you got a question about your stock, you contact us. We have the best service in the world. philsgang.com. You're not alone. You're a gang member.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You know, it's been 7 years now since Obama ordered his Fed chairman to lower the savings rate from 5% to less than 0.25%. With the false narrative, it would spur economic growth and jobs. Everyone would have an opportunity in this economy. That's what he said. But what it spurred was a front-loading of the biggest, fake, unsustainable stock market rally of 200%. That's what it spurred. Now, most people did not participate in that rally because people got out of their 401k in 2009. And they said, just get me out. I want nothing but fixed income. And they got killed because with low interest rates, fixed incomes get murdered. You got to know what you're doing. If you're going to really retire, you got to be associated with the stock market. That's why you come to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Every single one of his medical bills, everything is just all taken care of.
We have phenomenal research, outstanding clinical care, and the generosity of public, which allow us to treat patients regardless of what it takes.
At St. Jude, families never receive a bill for treatment, travel, housing, or food because the only thing a family should worry about is helping their child live.
Because of you.
Gracias a ti. Because of you.
There is St. Jude.
Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. There's so much bad news out there. Let me give you some good news. The good news is you can retire when you're 65 years of age. You can live the same lifestyle you've come accustomed to, but you're going to have to make a change. And what's that change? To get rid of your 401k. It's a scam. It doesn't work. We've never seen more people pulling their money out of 401ks than right now. $40 billion just in this last few quarters because they know it doesn't work. So they're taking their money and stuffing it in the mattress. That's not what to do. Look, it's not about the money you put away. It's about how you invest that money. And clearly 401ks don't work. But it does work here at Phil's Gang. philsgang.com, where we just got a return of over 35% in copper.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
We also have seen a very meaningful increase in house prices, and I think that that's improved the security of a very large number of households.
Unbelievable. Wow. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know, we're talking a moment ago about consumer debt. We're talking about, just take the auto loans where he's out there, you know, hyping it, saying what a great job he did. Really? Well, think about this. If you take the loans for cars, student loans, those two contribute 90% of the growth in our consumer debts. Can you imagine that? And we're talking $59 trillion in liabilities. So this is incredible. I mean, this is a disaster. Now, listen to this cut. This is unbelievable, too.
But at the end of the day, if the market's going to continue going up, really what that's saying is that the economy's fine.
If the market is going up, he says the economy is fine. He says that's what it says, the economy is fine. No, it's not that. Any dope can make the market go up, and they're making it go up by what? Quantitative easing. They made it going up by stock buybacks. That's fine? No, the market has nothing to do with the quality of our economy. The stock market is not a gauge for our economy. Durable goods is a gauge for our economy. Jobs, meaningful jobs, is a gauge for our economy. Everything under this administration is fake. We have an unemployment number that's fake. We have a GDP growth rate number that is fake. We have fake money. We have fake earnings. We have fake stock prices. We have a fake economy. We have a fake recovery. How can you say have a recovery when industrial production is negative for 10 straight months? And this idiot turns around and tells you if the stock market is up, the economy is good. And see, that's what they have taught you. You turn on NBC, you turn on Fox, they teach you if the stock market's up. What do you hear when you drive in your car at noontime? The Dow is now up 55 points. Dow is up 22 points. Oh, gee, the economy's doing good. No! Earnings growth, which means net profits, is the engine behind the increase in stock value, in stock price. And when your net earnings, your profits are going down, and for them to come in and say, well, I'll just buy my own shares, so there'll be less outstanding shares. What does that do per earnings? It artificially moves the earning price up. If you take if I go in, I'm the CEO, and I buy all this, I have 1 million shares outstanding that people buy and sell. I'm going to pull back 500,000, so there's only half a million out there instead of 1 million. That means I'm taking my lousy earnings, spreading them now only over 500,000 shares instead of 1 million. Of course the earnings go up, but it's fake. And it's unsustainable. What are you, nuts? This stuff drives me nuts. They just... Unbelievable. It's just crazy, isn't it? Just nuts. Now, Clinton, Obama. You know, first of all, I said this yesterday. I am so sick about parties. I don't understand why someone's got to be called a liberal or someone's got to be called a conservative. What is that? Why does somebody have to be a Democrat or be a Republican? There should be no liberal, no Democrat, no Republican, no, I don't understand, or conservative. Nobody should be any of that. A person should be a person. And you should go out and you put in office a person based on their integrity and on their character. For a person to come in, okay, like listen to this crap. Listen to this.
What we do know is that the Russians hack our systems. What I do know is that Donald Trump has repeatedly expressed admiration for Vladimir Putin.
So what's that got to do? So what?
Look, we all know that the party's emails were hacked. We also know that they've been tampered with.
Oh, I see. They're hacked and tampered with. Now listen to this.
This very morning, he personally invited Russia to hack us. That's not law and order.
Trump never invited Russia to hack us.
Russia, if you're listening, I hope you're able to find the 30,000 emails that are missing.
Now, here's what's going on. The FBI, if you listen to this,
I'm not concerned because I know what the facts are. I have absolute confidence that everything that could be in any way connected to work is now in the possession of the State Department.
Okay, so what she said is, I handed over all emails. Now what happens is the FBI director comes out and says she didn't. There's 30,000 missing. She lied. But here they are, because they're in the Democrat camp now. The people in the Democrat camp got to say, well, we got to spin this. So Trump is asking Russia to come in and hack our stuff to find the emails. Now, that's not what he said. They've already said it's been hacked. What he meant is if they have the emails that Hillary deleted, return them to us and we'll give them to the press. They'll have a field day. That's what he said. He didn't invite Russia to come in and hack. But here's my point. Because it's a party, they're the party. They don't have to look at the fact. Wait a minute. What do we care about the hacking? This woman's running for president and she lied to the Congress and she lied to the FBI. I don't care if she's a Republican, a Democrat. I don't care if she's independent, if she's a liberal. Should it really matter? Because I am a Democrat, I am liberal, then that's why I got to back her, even though I know what she did, lying to the Congress and lying to the FBI that she handed all her emails over when she didn't. That doesn't matter because I got to be a party person. No wonder our country's going to hell. We got to get rid of both parties. Get rid of the labels. And we finally there's no such thing as a person being a liberal or a person being a conservative. Everybody's got their own opinion. Doesn't make you liberal or conservative. I may not agree with your opinion, so I can tell you I don't agree with it. Oh, I see, but you're a liberal, so you got to go join this party they have over there called Democrat. And this guy's, he's going to go join the other party called Republican. But remember, who's ever in the Republican Party and the Democrat Party, any of the congressmen or they're no good. Neither one of them are any good. So what do? They're looking out for themselves. We got to look out for ourselves. So I showed you today. I said, join the gang, and I showed you, and I'm going to show you again. This is not a joke. You can't depend on these people. Hillary is. We didn't have time today. I'm going to go through it tomorrow. You can't depend on these people. They're not going to help you. You got to help yourself for retirement. I just showed you earlier when I first opened the show how we had a 47% gain in Newmont when it turned red and it went to green. But the key was we knew when to get out. I just showing you another one. In the same stock, April 12th to May 15th. It turned green April 12th. Went from $27 to $34, a 24% return before it turned red again. So there you are, 24% and 47% just by watching is it turning green. And then once you're in it, you get out when it turns red. You don't need anybody to tell you. So try it and observe it for a week. Join my gang now. It's $39.95, 877-600-GANG. And then for a week, observe us. Everything's archived. You don't have to be in the class every day or anything else. Observe how we are operating our MV2. And at the end of a month, if you don't say to yourself, no, this is no gimmick, this thing works. But the comfort level I get is when I finally buy something like Newmont at 27, and now I finally see it turn red at 34, finally I got peace of mind. I got peace of mind. I can get out. I could never do that before, investing my money in 401k. And he says the other thing. What did he say? 401ks had gained their money back. No, they didn't. 90% of the people in 401ks, guess what happened? They got out of the market in 2008, 2009, and they went to annuities, and they're getting killed. Why? Because we have a zero interest rate, and you get killed when you got annuities or anything fixed. Join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Check out the MV2.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.